What if Chris was confessed the truth on day one? A choice that could have changed it all. Picture yourself sipping coffee, scrolling through your phone, when news alert hits. A dad in Colorado just walked into a police station and admitted he killed his wife and kids. Not after days of lies or a fake TV plea, but right away, hours after it happened. That's not the Chris What story we know, but what if it was? What if on August 13th, 2018, he told the truth instead of hiding it? Would it have changed the pain, the headlines, or how we see him compared to killers like Neil Entwistle, Scott Peterson, or Ronald Simmons? This 90-minute dive imagines that moment, exploring how one choice could have shifted everything. It's a heavy story, but let's unpack it together, like we're sitting down to make sense of something so hard to understand. Ready? Let's go. In real life, Chris Watts murdered his pregnant wife, Shanann, and their daughters, Bella and Celeste, then lied for days. But what if he confessed that first morning? Let's start with what really happened, then imagine a different path. The real story, a dad's dark lie. Chris Watts was the kind of guy you'd see at the park with his kids, looking like any other dad. In Frederick, Colorado, he lived with Shanann, a 34-year-old mom who poured her heart into her family. She'd post videos of their girls, Bella, 4 and Celeste, 3, laughing and dancing, calling them her heartbeats. But things weren't perfect. A 2015 bankruptcy left them $70,000 in debt, and Chris, a 33-year-old oil worker, was pulling away. It's so hard to imagine keeping that kind of secret from someone you love. In June 2018, he started seeing Nicole Kessinger, a co-worker, telling her he was getting divorced. Shanann, 15 weeks pregnant with their son, Nico, had no idea. That summer, Chris was thinking dark thoughts. In letters from Christopher, he later wrote he wanted a new life with Nikki. On August 13th, after Shanann got home from a work trip, he strangled her in their bed. Bella walked in, her little voice asking, "What's wrong with Mommy?" This part breaks my heart. Chris smothered both girls, drove 45 minutes to an oil site, and hid their bodies in crude oil tanks, burying Shanann nearby. He went on 9 News saying, "Please come home," but his face looked so empty. A neighbor's camera caught him loading his truck at 5 a.m., and Kessinger told police about the affair. On August 15th, after failing a polygraph, Chris confessed. Court records show. In November 2018, he pleaded guilty to 9 charges, getting 5 life sentences. Now in prison, he gets fan letters, some even romantic. A People article said, his lies made the story bigger. But what if he told the truth right away? What if the confession that morning? Let's go back to August 13th, 2018. It's 6 a.m., just hours after the murders. Instead of acting normal, Chris walks into the Frederick police station, hands trembling, and says, "I killed my wife and kids." Can you imagine the silence in that room? He tells the cops he strangled Shanann after a fight, smothered Bella and Celeste, and hid their bodies at the oil site. No fake tears on TV, no lies to friends, just a raw, awful truth. Police jump into action. By 7 a.m., they're at the Anadarko oil site, finding Shanann's body in a shallow grave and the girls in the tanks before noon. No days of waiting, no polygraph. Chris is arrested on the spot, charged with 3 counts of murder and unlawful termination of a pregnancy. By evening, news breaks. Colorado dad confesses to family murders. It's a punch to the gut, but without the slow unraveling. It feels less like a mystery and more like a tragedy. How would this change the story we know? The investigation over before it began. In the real world, the investigation was a tense few days. Shanann's friend Nicole Atkinson sounded the alarm when she couldn't reach her, bringing police to the house on August 13th. The neighbor's footage and Kessinger's tip about the affair on August 15th broke the case, with Chris confessing after a polygraph. police reports show. It was like a puzzle coming together under a spotlight. If Chris confessed that morning, the investigation's done in hours. His directions lead cops straight to the Survey 319 site. By midday, they've got the bodies, confirmed by coroners. No search teams, no cadaver dogs, no news crews chasing leads. Kessinger still talks to police, confirming the affair, but it's not the big reveal it was, just extra details. The case wraps fast, saving time and heartbreak. But would that speed make it easier for everyone, or would it hit even harder? What do you think? The Courtroom, justice without the drama. In reality, Watt skipped the trial. He pleaded guilty in November 2018 to 9 charges, including killing Nico, his unborn son. Court records say Shanann's family begged for no death penalty, wanting him to live with his guilt forever. It was quick, no courtroom circus. In this alternate world, confessing on day one makes the legal side even simpler. Chris is charged right away. 3 murder counts, maybe fewer lesser charges. His guilty plea comes fast, say by August 20th, because he's already admitted everything. Prosecutors, who want a swift case in real life, offer a deal, life without parole. By October 2018, he's sentenced in a quiet hearing, no defense theories or public fights. Shanann's family gets answers sooner, but no trial means no chance to face him in court. Would that feel like justice to you, or like something's missing? The media, a tragedy, not a mystery. The real Watts case was everywhere. American Murder used Shanann's text and Chris' fake TV plea to hook viewers. On X, people still argue he's a monster getting fan mail, or he's just a broken guy. The slow reveal, lies, affair, confession, fueled documentaries and Lifetime movies, which Shanann's family hated for dragging out their pain. If Chris confessed on day one, the media storm's different. News hits hard but fast. Dad admits to killing family. No missing mom headlines, no TV plea to dissect. American Murder might still get made using Shanann's videos, but it's a story of loss, not suspense. Ex-posts are less heated. No, did he do it? Debates. Just shock at his honesty. Fan mail might drop, as he's seen as a guy who owned up, not a liar who got caught. Would his story still grip us without all the drama? Shanann's family, pain without the weight. Shanann's parents, Frank and Sandy Zuzek, went through hell in real life. They saw Chris' fake TV plea, then learned the truth days later. Frank said in a 2018 interview they wanted him to rot in jail, not die. The media, movies, ex-posts kept their grief in the spotlight, raw and unending. In this what if, the confession hits them like a tidal wave on August 13th. Police call by noon, saying the bodies are found. Thanks to Chris. There's no waiting, no hoping they're alive. It's brutal, but the truth comes fast. The quick plea deal by October 2018 gives closure sooner, but no trial means no public moment to honor Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. I can't stop picturing Frank's face, hearing it all at once. Would that speed help them heal, or make the loss feel even sharper? Inside Chris' head, did he feel anything? Try and understand Chris, what's it like staring into a fog. In letters from Christopher, he wrote, "I felt free when they were gone, but also claimed he found God in prison." He gets 20 to 30 fan letters a week, some from women who think they love him. A People article said, his real-life delay, lying until the polygraph, suggests he hoped to get away with it. If he confessed that morning, his mind's in a different place. Walking into the station hours after killing his family, he's raw, maybe picturing Bella's voice, feeling the weight of what he did. Is it guilt, panic, or just giving up? His early confession might make him seem less cold, more human. But would he still play the good guy in prison talking about faith? Could confessing so soon mean he felt real remorse? Or was it just fear? Have you ever known someone who seemed so normal, but wasn't? Other killers, how they compare. Other family killers took different paths. Neil Entwistle shot his wife and baby in 2006, then fled to England, denying it all. Court records show. Scott Peterson, who killed his pregnant wife Lacey in 2002, still says he's innocent, an Oxygen profiler noted. Ronald Simmons killed 14 family members in 1987 and confessed after, but showed no regret, Arkansas News reported. Their lies or silence made their stories infamous, dragging out the pain. If what's confessed on day one, he'd be unique. Entwistle's escape and Peterson's charm kept their cases alive with questions. Simmons' spree was so huge, his confession didn't soften it. What's early truth-telling would make him less a mystery, more of a broken man who faces actions. Does that make him less monstrous than the others, or just different? What do you think? The long-term ripple, a different legacy. In the real world, Watt's story won't quit. Documentaries, ex-posts, and fan mail keep him in the spotlight. Shanann's family fights to keep her memory about her life, not her death. But movies like Lifetime's Confessions of a Killer reopened their wounds. His lies and the slow reveal made him a true crime icon, for better or worse. In this alternate timeline, his confession changes his legacy. The story's big but fades faster. No drawn-out investigation or trial to fuel headlines. He's still a villain, but maybe less of a monster in the public eye. More a guy who broke and admitted it. Fewer documentaries, less fan mail. Shanann's memory might focus more on her love for Bella and Celeste, not just her murder. Could that have given her family a little peace? Or would the pain be just as loud? What ifs could this really happen? Could Chris confess on day one? He was a guy who needed everyone to like him. Friends said. Maybe Bella's question, "What's wrong with mommy?" haunted him enough to spill the truth. Or maybe he'd still lie, hoping to escape like he did in real life. Other killers like Peterson kept lying for years, while Simmons confessed only after a massive spree. What if Chris had called a friend instead, or run like Entwistle? The truth might have come out anyway. Cameras, Kessinger, but his choice to confess could have changed how we see him and how Shanann's family carries on. What other what-ifs do you think could have changed this story? The weight of one moment. Let's take a moment for Sean and Bella, Celeste, real people who deserved so much more. Chris Watts, Neil Entwistle, Scott Peterson, Ronald Simmons. They chose paths that broke families apart. Watts' real story sticks with us because of his lies. But imagining him confessing on day one makes us wonder, could honesty have softened the pain, or is the loss just too big? If you want to know more details about Scott Peterson, Ronald Simmons, and Neil Entwistle, you can check out my channel or check on video description links. What do you think? Can someone like Watts ever make sense, or is he just a shadow we can't shake? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, subscribe. We'll dive into another true crime tale soon. Stay curious, stay safe.